Hello and welcome everybody to my top 3 mods for Mountain Blade Warband. These are the 3 mods that I would recommend most to people to play, and this is going to go in descending order, so the first video is going to be number 3 and all that stuff. But this is just my opinion. These are the mods I find the most fun, and I think other people will enjoy. So, starting off with number 3, this is Nova Aetos. Aetos? I don't know how to pronounce that, but this is a huge mod. It's got a lot of stuff to do in it. It's got technology, religion, all in all the stuff, but it's basically native plus more, which is why I would recommend this one first. One, because it's fun. Two, the music is good. And three, because it's familiar enough for, people who are just getting into modding for Mountain Blade Warband. And it's changed enough to where it's still fun, like feels like a completely new game, but it's still familiar enough, like the land is still familiar enough that you know kind of what's going on. You're not too lost. So it's got a cool backstory in the beginning. Just wanted to show that off. There's like papal states and all that stuff. There's the Agonic Order. There's a whole lot of new factions. There's a whole lot of reworked old factions. So that used to be the Norse Kingdom, but now there's like two different kind of Norse kingdoms. Swati is still kicking around, but I would say the time period for this is late medieval, early Renaissance. You can progress your people through, so everybody's using heavy knights and all that stuff, and then you can have riflemen and then pikemen and all that stuff and all that good stuff. You can create your own faction. You can build your own fort, build your own farm. The reason why I was highlighting that little island chain down there is there's a faction down there. I'm pretty sure. And there's also a new world to explore, and I hear there's Aztecs. I haven't been over there personally, um, but there's so much going on in this mod. It makes it so fun, and you can find it on the Steam Workshop and subscribe there. But it is also on ModDB. But the reason why I just zoomed in there was I thought that was a funny little cameo to Lord of the Rings when they're like, "Light the beacons, signal Rohan, da 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 da." I kind of wanted to point that out. But yeah, this is a great mod. A lot of cool stuff going on to it. There's a lot of different things you can do, and there's lots of ruins on the map. Like there was this old kingdom, um, this old ancient empire, and you can rebuild all these ruins and stuff, and then become the rightful ruler of the old ancient empire, and you can have your own custom troops. You can equip them however you want. It's really cool. There's a lot of good stuff going on, and there's a whole bunch of settings that you can tweak it just to fit you right. Like you can change the tournaments, and it's a really cool mod. And I went ahead and went into the ruins of however the hell you pronounce that. It starts with an X. These are completely fully explorable, so you can go into a lot of different places. It's cool that he put these in here. He didn't have to, or them, or she. I don't know who made this, but thank you for whoever did. A lot of time and effort went into this, and it's a very good, well put together mod. Um, I was just kind of walking around in here seeing if there was anything to pick up or if it was just something to see, and it's just something to see as far as I can tell. But yeah, a lot of different stuff going on. Like I said, there's religion, there's the papal states, there's like Holy Knight Crusaders going on, and it's very fun. But like I said, it's still familiar enough to people who are just coming off of native single player that they can come into this, and it's like native expansion is how I try to recommend it to people. But it's a really good experience. It's a really fun game to play, or mod to play. Mod game, same thing, right? Right. Um, so definitely recommend starting off with this one first. You definitely don't want to start off like Prophecies of Pendor. That one will kick your ass. This one you can still be kind of new to the game and still do good without getting your ass handed to you, but there's still new enemies to fight. And then here's another ruin. This is the ruin of the ancient empire, and you can see it's based off of the Romans and or Greco-Roman architecture at least. And then you can fully explore this place too. And them stairs don't work, and that one caught me off guard when I first played that. But it's just cool that he added this in. It actually makes you feel like there was an ancient empire here at one point. It's not just, oh yeah, fucking, we said that. Cool. Great. Get over it. So yeah, that was cool. Nice little thing. You can walk around, do all that good stuff. So number 2 here is Gekokujo. Gekokujo is a single player mod. that is set in the Sengoku Jidai era of medieval Japan. So it's the time of the warring states or the warring clans. And God, this is my favorite single player mod for Mount and Blade Warband. Obviously, this is personal bias because I enjoy samurai and I love the Japanese culture. And so this is my own personal bias, but it's still a very good mod. The music is great. I can't show it in these videos because it's copyrighted. The map is huge. From what I understand, all the major city centers are in the correct place. I have not. I'm no historian on ancient Japan. I don't know if all these are in the correct spots, but from what I know of it, from like Shogun 2 and a couple books I've read, these all seem to be in the right place. But you've got all the, all the clans. You got the Tosa, Shimazu, Hojo, Uesegi, Date, uh, Takeda. You got all of them, and the models and armor and weapons, they're all textured. Sounds are great. Everything's really cool about this mod, and the tech tree here that I'm going to show off here. You can get, an army of Ashigaru, you can get an army of samurai. You don't have to have, the weakest person go to Ashigaru, then veteran, then elite, and do all that stuff. No, you can recruit samurai, but they cost more, and you got to go to castles or major town centers. And you can own property in this mod, so it's easy to get a lot of money going. You can in Nova Aetas as well, but you can do the whole merchant gameplay here, so you still got the basic native kind of gameplay functions going on, but you can also join a lord's army and just, be a foot soldier and do all that good stuff. And all these maps are custom. You won't find a single native city in here, is what I'm saying. Like, sure, the fields might be the same or something, but from what I've seen, all these maps are pretty new, or at least their own. They're their own unique thing. There might be copycats within their own, but you won't see like a medieval building in here, and I enjoy that. And this map in particular is a map that is now used on Full Invasion 2 for all of you who play that. So here's the bridge that usually everybody holds out on, and it's just a really cool mod, a really fun one. And if you're in love with samurai and you like anime, I mean, anime doesn't have to be in there, but you'll like that one. So, number 1, Full Invasion 2. This is the hands down best co-op mod / multiplayer mod I've ever played. The combinations of factions and things you can do in this are just outstanding, and the mod is still being developed to this day. As of me recording this, they just released an announcement for their next update, Osiris. So, still a lot of love for this mod. Hundreds of players, usually not all at the same time, but there's hundreds of players, so you can usually find a match all time. But look at all these maps. There are dozens of maps. I would say at least 100 maps. Dozens and dozens of maps. And everybody just picks Hornburg and Minas Tirith. That's it. That's all they pick. Right there. There's 2 different versions of Helm's Deep, and then there's Hornburg. There's like 2 different versions of that. But all these siege maps, for as much as I know, those are all Lord of the Rings maps. So guys, for all of you Lord of the Rings fans, there's lots of maps you can pick from. There's like Osgiliath and all the Tarnos and all that other stuff. So please, pick another one. Please. It doesn't have to be the same. I'm begging you. Please, pick a new map. We don't have to do the same thing every time. But yeah, you can play as, cowboys versus Indians. You can do Greeks versus Persians. You can do Romans versus Persians. You can do Romans versus Crusaders. Romans versus medieval China. You could do Assassin's Guild versus Crusaders. You can do all these matchups, and you can do Star Wars versus something. You can do Warhammer versus something. And there's all these cool different matchups you can do. But here is what the joke is. I actually saw a player's name. He his name was Lotor is the cancer of Full Invasion, and I thought that was pretty funny. But here's the matchup that had made me quit Full Invasion for 6 whole months, because it was this and Hornburg played every single day on 5 different servers all at the same time for 6 months straight. And 23 waves in, there's 53 waves, and it took them an hour to get to 23. And that's bad. That's really bad, and we don't have to play this. It's so simple. We can't just not simply play Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings faction itself is very well done, very fun to play. It offers a variety of everything except for firearms to all the players, so it's very well done. And Minas Tirith is a huge map. There's been a lot of effort and time put into it. I'm just saying, give it a break sometimes. That's all I'm saying. It has its time, it has its place. It's fun to play sometimes, but not all the time. And this map is broken. They get stuck in the left siege tower. I haven't seen them get stuck in the right siege tower, but they for sure get stuck in the left siege tower. So be aware of that. But look, you can play as Rome with a whole bunch of people dressed up like Praetorians because those were all just people in a clan and they were, doing their thing. And I was a gladiator, and you can play as that. You can have the Crusader states on King's Landing and fight the Mongolians because hell, why not? You can so many things you can do, so many combinations. You can get hundreds and hundreds of hours because I've put in over 900 hours on Full Invasion alone. So definitely a fun mod to play. And if you don't know how to install it, I'll go ahead and leave in the description below my installation video. But this has been my top 3 mods. If you all found this helpful, leave a thumbs up. This has been Raging Ronin. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.